September is shaping up to be an amazing yet incredibly expensive month for LEGO, so let's take a look at all the new sets releasing this month. Releasing September 1st, we have the brand new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse collectible minifigures, retailing for £3.49 or $4.99. There's 12 to collect in total, including most of the main characters like Miles, Gwen, Peter B. Parker, and then we also get Spider-Man 2099, who's my personal favourite from this list, as his first minifigure became super expensive, so it's great to have a cheaper alternative. Then we also get Spider-Man India and then Spider-Man Punk, and the rest of them are just pretty much fun variations of Spider-Man, like Werewolf Spider-Man. And we do also get Miles as the Prowler, who's a really cool figure. So with it being a collectible minifigure series, they're all super detailed and look great. But personally, I'm just going to stick with the main characters. And then staying on superheroes, we finally have a good DC set. We have the first ever DC modular, a new Arkham Asylum, releasing September 9th. This one contains 2,953 pieces and it retails for £270 or $300. So compared with some other licensed theme sets, this is actually a pretty reasonable price. The build looks really good. I love the inverted corner design, and this one is packed full of Easter eggs, and we also get 16 minifigures, including most of the main rogues gallery. Of course, we get Joker and Harley Quinn, but we also get Bane and Killer Croc for the first time in 8 years, I believe. But unfortunately, most of the villains are in orange jumpsuits, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. But there's some really great figures in here, so a set I'm incredibly excited for and I've been saving up for all year. Then heading over to the Wizarding World, we have a brand new Harry Potter set, the new Hogsmeade Village Collector's Edition. This one releases September 1st and contains 3,228 pieces, and this price is quite a lot more expensive at $349.99 or $400. So not the best price per part ratio, although I do think the build is quite nice. We get a bunch of different iconic locations from Hogsmeade, like Honeydukes, the Owl Post, and the Free Broomsticks. And I think all the builds look decent with decent interiors, and then we get 12 minifigures, including of course the main trio, and then some nice additions like Aberforth, Katie Bell, as well as Mrs. Flume. So a solid set, just very, very expensive. Next up, we have some Disney sets. Starting off with one I'm super excited about, the new Wally and Eva, which is releasing September 1st, which contains 811 pieces for £56.99 or $69.99. Now, Wall-E is my favorite Pixar movie, and I missed out on the original one, so I'm really excited for this one. All three builds look amazing. Wall-E and Eva look super cute, so a really great set for a good price and 3 great builds. Then our last Disney set, also releasing September 1st, is Cruella de Vil's car, and actually this set looks really great. I love the car design. Looks like a really fun build, and the Cruella de Vil minifigure looks amazing. It's super detailed, and we do also get a really cute Dalmatian. Unfortunately, it is pretty expensive. It's 378 pieces for £44.99 or $49.99. So a great set, I just wish it was slightly cheaper. And then for our next set, I hope you have your golden ticket ready. We have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which is releasing September 15th and contains 2,025 pieces and retails for £200 or $220. So once again, a little bit pricey, but nothing too ridiculous. So luckily this is based on the Gene Wilder version, which is my favorite interpretation of the character. I love all the different sweet builds around, like the big trees above the lollipop sticks. And you do also get the iconic chocolate river, which actually has a working chocolate waterfall. Then we get an amazing boat build and 9 minifigures, including of course Willy Wonka and Charlie, a bunch of the different kids, and then some Oompa Loompas. So overall, a solid set. I just wish there was a little bit more color to it with some more sweets around and maybe a little bit more texturing for the chocolate river. Then our next set is probably my favorite of the year. Just unfortunately really expensive. We have the new Lego icons, Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, or the Black Pearl as we will all call it. So this is releasing September 12th and contains 2,862 pieces. And then here's where it gets crazy. It's £300 or $380, so really expensive. Here in the UK, it doesn't seem too bad. Slightly overpriced, but nothing crazy. But in some other countries, it's way too high, which is a real shame because I absolutely love the build. The Pearl looks incredible. It looks super detailed and accurate to the movie. It's one of the best looking pirate ships I've ever seen. And I definitely want to own it one day, but I'll be waiting for a big sale, hopefully. We get 8 minifigures, including a great new Jack and Barbossa. I love the new Will, but I think unfortunately most minifigures could have done with a little bit more printing, as well as we needed a few more characters in general, especially Pintel and Rigetti. That would have massively improved this set. As well, we really needed more interior space. The Captain Cabins is decent, but the lower deck, there's just really nothing there, which is a real shame. So overall, I do absolutely love this set. It looks so good. Unfortunately, there's just a few things holding it back from being perfect. And next up, even though it's only September, I hope you're feeling festive because we have a bunch of new advent calendars releasing. So for the non-licensed theme, we have City and Friends, which are a much more reasonable price at £20 or $35. I really love this year's City one. Then we're getting 4 licensed advent calendars. These ones are more expensive at £30 or $45. We're getting a Disney one based on Frozen, a Minecraft one, which I think actually looks really good, a Star Wars one, which is focused on droids, and then finally Harry Potter, which has some pretty weird builds in it. We're also getting a few new brickheads, including a Goblet of Fire one, giving us all the main contenders of the Tri-Wizard Tournament, as well as a Horntail. We're also getting a Luna and Thestral figure pack, and then an Alphabet and Glinda one. And speaking of them, we're also getting some new Wicked sets, including an Emerald City art wall set, which I actually think looks pretty nice. And if you're a big fan of Wicked or the Wizard of Oz, this would be a really cool display piece. And it also includes some really great minifigures, like all the main characters from the Wizard of Oz. Then we're also getting a Glinda and Alphabet bookends. Another surprisingly great build. I really love the design of this one. The books look great and they also have an interior. And then we also get a few brickbat items from Alphabet and Glinda, where we can put our minifigures inside of it. Speaking of minifigures, we get 6 in total, all of which actually look really great. And I believe this is the first time getting Wicked minifigures, so that's great for people who aren't fans of mini dolls. So another really nice set. And then for people who are a fan of mini dolls, we're getting a bunch of new sets. We have Alphabet's Retreat, Glinda's Wedding Day, Emerald City and the Kiamiko Castle, which both castle builds here look really good, and then finally Glinda and Alphabet's visit to Munchkinland. And even though I'm not a fan of Wicked, there's some really great sets. And finally, we have 2 Nike sets. Up first, we have the Nike Slam Dunk, and I'm definitely not a fan of this set. It's just such a weird build, but at least it is a decent price. Then finally, we have the Nike Dunk Trick Shot, a much better set in my opinion. I really love the build, the shoe looks great, and it's also another really great price. And that is it for every LEGO set releasing in September. We've got some really great sets releasing. My personal favorites are the new Arkham and the Black Pearl. Unfortunately, a lot of the best sets are really expensive, so I'm just going to be picking up Arkham Asylum as I've wanted a DC modular for years. But let me know everybody, which are your favorite sets releasing, and are you going to buy any? As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.